Hello YouTube and welcome back to Castle of Random. It's your boy, Random, and welcome back to another Marvel Rivals video. But today we're not gonna be fighting or doing anything of the sorts. For today we have a different one. Now apparently I've been living under a rock since I haven't seen that there's actually a balance patch that's gonna be coming out in the new season of Marvel Rivals. And I'm interested for the changes. Now I did see some of the skins, I saw the trailer. Iron Fist is gonna go hard, bro. If you haven't seen the skin, it looks like this. Come on, they cooked. I really like it. All the skins were great. But today what I want to do is pretty much simple. Let's jump and let's see, analyze, and let's see if we have any predictions that were spot on. Maybe we see some new changes. But without further ado, let's jump right into it and let's see what's going on. Shall we? As you can see, we have the balance patch right here, so let's jump into it. Okay, so for starters, we have the changes to the Vanguard. Now, Captain America. Steve will undergo some adjustments to his survivability. I'll try to keep them as short as possible to not annoy you with over explanations, because at the end of the day, I'm late to this and you've probably already seen it, so if you haven't, I'll try to boil it down as much as possible. His health will go for 25 less, okay, that's a small nerf, and reduce the shield value of Living Legend from 400 to 350. So a little bit less health and a little bit less shield, which I think is fair because he did get his buff on the shield, like the speed of it, so I think it's pretty much fair. Okay, then we have Doctor Strange. The Sorcerer Supreme will see a reduction in his offensive capability. We talked about this in my previous video. So decrease daggers of Danrock damage per projectile. Okay, so basically his primary fire will do a little bit less damage. And reduce the Maelstrom of Madness conversion. Okay, so he's getting just a small nerfs to his E ability and to his basic attacks. It's not like he is overpowered. So then the Hulk, increase base movement from 6, so he's gonna be faster. Reduce cooldown on for indestructible guard from 12 to 10. So I think this is his shield. I'm not too familiar with Hulk, but I'm guessing it's his shield. Then decrease minimum charge for the incredible leap from 0.7 to 0.5. Okay, so he's gonna be jumping even faster. Wow. Okay. I mean, he's gonna be super fast then. He has more movement speed and more of Magneto. Increase energy cost for Meteor M. Okay, so he's just got his ultimate takes a little bit more to charge. Penny will have Cyberweb Cluster, now has a chance to crit. Reduce movement speed penalty while firing Cyberweb Cluster from 40% to 20%. Okay, I got confused there. So Cluster now has a chance to crit. Reduce movement speed penalty while firing Cyberweb Cluster from 40 to 20. Okay, so I think this is right click, so it means now you can, when you shoot it, you're not slowed down and it has a chance to crit. And they're increasing her damage, her health from 650 to 750. Okay, that's a huge buff. Okay, so Penny will be even more annoying than before. I mean, she's already tanky, so this is just okay, the Thing, decrease embattled leaps damage reduction. Okay, so his E ability, he's gonna be from 30 to 25%, which is fine. Thor, increase base health from 525 to 600. Okay, so Thor is gonna be even more annoying. Increase base movement speed to 650. Okay, so Thor is getting a significant buffs on top with the ones that he had from previous time with his F ability, which makes him go range. Now he's even more tankier and even faster, and it's not like Thor hasn't been tanky, so I think this is a bit too much, but we'll see. But I don't like it. I hate Thor nonetheless. Okay, now we're moving on to the duelists. We have Black Widow, added a new effect where Black Widow can directly shoot after releasing her second kick. I'm not at all after using Ectoplasm Explosion. Okay, so I'm not familiar with Black Widow at all, so I had no idea what it is, but sure. Then we have Hawkeye, reduce the slow effect while charging the bow from 30% to 20%, so he's gonna be a little bit faster to move. Increase both instances of damage for Hypersonic Arrow, so the primary fire and the secondary wind that goes on. Decrease energy cost for Hunter Spirit from, okay, to improve the bow the bow draw speed increase from 135 to 1.5. Okay, so now his ultimate charges a bit faster, and in between firing when he does reload it's even faster. Okay, so he's gonna become even more prominent. I mean, Hawkeye is a top tier, like high skill requirement character, so this is just a quality of life in my eyes for people that play him. Maybe I should pick him up, although I'm suck at aiming. Okay, Hela. Hela will increase cooldown time for Astral Flock from 12 seconds to 15 seconds. I think this is like the shapeshift ability, because when you can hit her. Increase spell field damage, fierce of piercing knight from 30 to 35. Now I don't know if this is like the daggers or the energy field, because since it says field, I'm gonna assume it's the E ability. Decrease cooldown time of soul drainer from 12 to 10 seconds. So it's one or the other. These are all the abilities that she has aside from the ultimate ability. So one of them will be getting more damage, one of them will be getting less cooldown, which is fine. Okay, Johnny Storm is getting also reduced attack interval for fire cluster. The launch timing of the primary attack projectile has been advanced. Okay, so now his primary attack fires a bit faster. Increase the cooldown for flaming meteor from 12 to 15 seconds by adding a new effect. After releasing Flaming Meteor, immediately gain bonus 75 health, which starts to fall off at 30 per second. Okay, so this is actually a nice. I would like this trade-off, because multiple times you would dive to finish off a kill and it will cost you like your life, because he's a squishy at the end of the day. So I think this, him having less access to Flaming Meteor but having the health to withstand, it's a hit. It's a full hit from Winter Soldier, so that's huge. So I like the trade-off. This is in a good direction. I like it. Iron Fist. Okay, this is gonna be my guy. Let's see. Reduce the bonus max health gain from Harmony Recovery from 150 to 100, but slow the fall-off rate of that health from 25 to 15. He's gonna recover less health, so now instead of going up to 450, it will go to 400, but it's gonna fall off a little bit less, which again, it's just a balanced thingy. It's not really any. In the grand scheme of things, it affects absolutely almost nothing. Lower fixed damage of Yadji Chung Quen, butchering that, from 10 to 9, but increase the percentage damage of the enemy's math health from 1.7 to 2.1. So I think this is like the primary attack. It's gonna do less damage, but depending on the max health, it will do more damage. So the percentage for the max damage of the health is more. I know it doesn't make sense when I say it like this, but you know what I mean. If he has more health, the percentage of damage that he does now is bigger, but his just baseline damage is worse. And it's only like 1, so it's pretty negligible. And then you have decreased the Quinlan kick 12 from 12 to 10 seconds. Yes! Now, I called this in my previous video. If you I'll link it here so you can check it out. I'll link it over there at the end of the screen. I said this, that he deserves to get his cooldown a bit less. I called this when I was watching the top Iron Fist in the world, basically eating pizza right now. Iron Fist deserves to have more access to his kick because it's too slow, and I even called it should be at least 10 seconds. It would be a nice trade-off. So I called this, and this is great. Iron Fist is gonna go hard in the new season. Can't wait to play him, bro. With the new skin, ooh, it's gonna be fire. Mr. Fantastic. Now I know this is one of the guys that was mentioned he's gonna get a lot of buffs because he's seen 0 point never. So let's see. Increase the base health for 25 more. Boost the damage of Stretch Punch from 60 to 65 and 75 to 80 while inflated. Okay, so he's gonna get more damage. Flexible Elongation new effect. Enemies within range now suffer a 35% slow effect. Reduce flexible elongation cooldown time from 10 to 8 seconds. So this is his leap, his Z ability. So now basically when you bounce off someone, when you do back shots, they get a 35% slow now within a range and even people near him. And also its recharges faster. Reduce the elasticity gained from 30 to 20, okay. From elastic strength, okay, so which makes sense. While the elasticity provided by Stretch Punch is increased. So basic attacks now generate more, but just the passive ability gets less. After entering the inflated state, the bonus health provided to self has been reduced from 450 to 400. Okay, so his base health gets a bit more and his inflated state gets a bit less, which is whatever. New feature. When Mr. Fantastic uses Brainiac Bounce, immediately gain bonus health equal to that gained when entering inflated state. Yes! This makes absolutely a lot of sense. Because every ability almost in this game gives you a shield, bonus health, or whatever. Like, even Wanda has had 100 HP more bonus health when she pops an ulti. But this is the only guy that basically gets an ult and you die for it, because Penny can use her ulti and get a lot of health. The Hulk can basically go from dead to 1500 in a split second and you're dead. So this is super deserved. Actually, I'm gonna be also trying out Mr. Fantastic definitely in the new season. So I'm looking forward to Mr. Fantastic and to Iron Fist. Super awesome. Moon Knight. A lot of things for Moon Knight, it seems. We're optimizing, okay, let's see. Increase Crescent Dart projectile speed, so his Okay, so his basic attacks now travel faster. Moonblade new effect. I think this is his right click. Gain 25 bonus health with each enemy hit up to max of 100. Okay, 3 seconds after the bonus health stops increasing, it will start to fall off. So now he can generate like a shield with his right click ability if it hits multiple people, or up to 3 people it can do. It's, oh, sorry, 4 people, because it's 25 per enemy. And then after 3 seconds it falls off at 20. Okay, decent, nice buff. It gives him a bit more survivability because he doesn't really have that quick maneuvers. He can jump, yeah, and he can grapple, but it's not really like, he's not really the fastest when it comes to getting away. So I think this is nice. Speed of Moon Knight's hook pull up. Okay, so this gives him even bit more speed, which is nice, good direction. I mean, it's not like Moon Knight is not broken, but we'll see. Extended the duration of Khonshu for 1 second plus, and increased the number of talons from 14 to 18. Now it's even, so it went from 10 to 14 to 18. Additionally, the fall speed has been slightly enhanced. A new damage fall-off mechanic for the spell field has been added, beginning at 1.5 meters from the center and reaching a maximum of 70% at 5 meters. So they're giving him more hands. If you are closer to the center, you get more damage, and if you are at the end of the circle, you get less damage. So it's I guess, okay, if you read just the first paragraph, it sounds very bad, but when you read it with the additional one, it makes a lot of sense, and it's perfectly fine. Moving on, Scarlet Witch. We're reducing Wanda survivability, sure. Remove chaos control percentage damage while increased fixed damage from 60 to 80. I don't know what is chaos control. I think it's the E ability or the right click. I think it's the right click. Might be. Increased Chitorian burst projectile damage from... Yeah, it's the right click ability then. Absolutely. So it does a bit more damage. Okay, the Chitorian burst projectile damage from 35 to 40 and spell field from 35 to 40. Or maybe this is like the... Okay, actually the first one is the right click ability and the other one is the ability, sorry. So, okay, just a little bit more buffs. Increase the control of mystic projection, the cooldown, okay, from 8 to 10, and reduced phase state time from 2 seconds to 1.5. So now she has less time to get away, which I like it because she could be annoying. And you can also lose a track, even though, you know, you can track her with the right shiny orb, you can still, if you're in the mid battle and all the effects coming out, you can easily lose track. Rework the slow effect of reality erasure and 1.5. Start at 1.5 instead of starting immediately with a linear increase to 35. Okay, I don't know what this is. Okay, we're reducing Peter's damage output. Okay, reduce blaster barrage damage from 80 to 75. Introduce a new damage fall-off mechanic starting at 4 meters and max out damage reduction at 80% at 8 meters. So his ultimate, this is his ultimate ability, so it does now a bit less damage per bullet. It doesn't do 80, it does 75 per attack. But also if you're way above in the sky, it now has 80% damage reduction. It starts at 4 meters, which means you can't just be up in the air doing absolutely nothing and getting 4 kills, like I did a few videos ago, which I think it's nice. I mean, Star-Lord is not that prevalent anyway, so it's not that hard to deal with. It wasn't, but I guess some people complain about him. Bucky, my currently struggle to get Grandmaster. Okay, increase the cooldown time for Bionic Hook to 12 seconds, so now it's recharged slower, and reduce the base damage of Kraken Impact from 100 to 80, but lower the calling threshold from 20% to 15%. They're saying it like it's a good thing, but actually, so he now does less damage on initial impact, and also now it requires for the recharge ability to do it again, to do the again and again and again. Now it has to be it will only activate if the enemy is at 15% health instead of 20. It's a nerf, which is fair. His hook is annoying. I have abused it this few videos, so absolutely agreed. Then we have Wolverine for the end. We're turning Logan. Okay, let's see. I don't want to read the little thingies. Increase rage gain from Savage Claw hits from 7 to 10, while rage gain from Berserker Claw Strike has been decreased from 7 to 5. I don't know what is Savage Claw. I'm gonna assume is his right click ability. So now it does more, but Berserker Claw Strike now does 5. But he gets 5, so it's not too bad. Reduce rage gain from Feral Leap from 20 to 10, and from Vicious Rampage from 20 to 15. However, rage gain from taking damage has been increased from 3 to 5. Okay, so his left shift now generates less rage, and his ultimate generates less rage, but he gets more rage when he's getting hit from damage, but I don't know what is Savage Claw and what is Berserker Claw. Now I'm gonna assume Savage Claw is the right click ability and Berserker Claw is after you do the leap, so it's a little bit of a nerf and a buff at the same time. Reduce the time an enemy is knocked down after impact from last stand from 1 second to 0.5 second. Then I don't know what is Vicious Rampage. I don't know, man, I'm confused. Whatever. He gets something. If you know what it is, let me know. But I'm not really too familiar with the Wolverine terminology. Maybe I should pick him up. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, and moving down to the strategists. Now we have Adam Warlock. We are slightly reducing the frequency, increased cooldown from Soulbound to 30 to 40. That's a huge nerf. Karmic Revival now restores 30% of fallen allies' maximum health instead of the fixed 100. Okay, that's a good buff. That's a good buff. So 30% is gonna be more. You do the revival and you have a Winter Soldier locked and loaded, basically armed and dangerous, if you will, and he just wipes you out with 2 hits. It sucks. Before Adam Warlock gets the quantum heal, so yeah, makes sense. But the Soulbound, I would have done it at 35. I think 40 is a bit of an overkill. It's not like Adam Warlock is the sought-after healer in this game, let's be honest. But we'll see how this affects it. Cloak and Dagger. After activating Eternal Bond, the duration of the first 3 healing zones will no longer be calculated separately. Instead, they will remain active until the duration of the final healing zone ends, at which point all will be removed together. Okay, so now it doesn't evaporate one dash after the other, so but it evaporates all at the one time. So this is a buff. Okay, which is good, but nothing too much to say. I mean, Cloak and Dagger is broken anyway. And then Invisible Woman is just gonna decrease the shield value from 300 to 250. Okay, so her shield gets a little bit of a nerf. And then Loki increased regeneration domain cooldown from 25 to 30. Okay, this is nice. I like it because it's broken. Especially if you don't destroy a lot of people don't do that. So then Mantis, we have reduced base health, good direction. Effects of Healing Flower and allied inspiration can be stacked up to maximum of 16 seconds. So I think this is her E ability. You know, I haven't played Mantis, but I think it's like the healing things that you can kind of choose whether it's gonna be damage or healing. So now it stacks up for 16 seconds, which is nice. It's a nice trade-off. She gets a little bit more effectiveness, but she has less health, which is fine, because otherwise you can't kill her. And she's been more of a DPS than many of the other DPSs in the game, so I'm sure this is a lot of people are gonna be happy to hear this. And for the end, you have Rocket Raccoon. Decrease the healing area of repair mode spheres from 70 to 50, but add a new effect on one-time healing of 55 to allies hit. Projectile speed reduction from 4.5 to 7 increased. Okay, so the spheres is gonna heal less, but on the first attack they're gonna do 55. So yeah, he's not gonna be broken with the heals. And people will now finally stop playing Rocket Raccoon with just blasting right click the whole game and running away. They're actually gonna do something. They have to do something. Extended cooldown for jetpack dash, and reduce dash distance meters from 10 to 8. Okay, so cooldown a bit more, which is fine. I'm happy with it, and the distance also very happy with it. In a lot of situations, you really can't reach him, and he's super annoying. He already has a climbing ability, so this is nice. And then reduce the Sia ability damage boost from 40 to 25, but add a new effect. During the ability duration, linked allies will receive an additional 100 bonus points per second, capping at 150. After breaking the link, the bonus starts to fall off after 1 second. Additionally, increase the energy cost from 3,700 to 4,000. Okay, so now instead of just being basically useless damage amplificator, now it actually gives you a little bit of health. So survivability is now more of a priority rather than just giving you more damage. Love it. Great. So far, I'm on board with almost every of these nerfs and buffs. The only thing is Adam Warlock. I think he's the only one that's gonna get hit the worst. And let's see if the new team up, what for the new team up abilities we have. Okay, so we had an Arcane Order, which we went over it. Now they have, as the team anchor, Doctor Strange gains a maximum health of 100. If they are teaming up, then Doctor Strange now has 700 health, and Scarlet Witch has the orbs. Then we have Stars Aligned, Captain America and Winter Soldier, the thing that made most sense, but it was never added up until now, which is okay, it's just a few months in, so pretty quick reaction. As the team anchor, Captain America gains a maximum health increase from 100 and a 5% boost in damage output when you activate it. Okay, so then he'll have 750 health. So he loses 50 shield to get 100 health for the team up. I'm gonna be seeing a lot more Bucky and Steve combos for sure, and a lot of Iron Fists. Absolutely. And Winter Soldiers unlocks the devastating stellar impact, and you know he gets the basically the slam. Mental Projection, which is Emma Frost, Magneto, and Psylocke. As the team-up anchor, Emma Frost gains a max increase of 100, Magneto receives a Magnetic Resonance ability, I don't know what that does, and Psylocke receives Soul Resurgence. I don't know what that is. And they remove the ones that I mentioned overall, so we have this, yada 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 yada, and that's pretty much it. Okay, but yeah, that's gonna be the end for this video. As I said, we're not even 30 minutes in as the time of this recording, so I'm gonna try to keep it nice and short as possible because I don't want to bore you, as I mentioned. What do you think about this new balance patch that's gonna be coming? Are you excited for it? Are you not? What do you think? Is your hero gonna be finally appreciated, or is he gonna be even knocked down further? Now I think we're gonna be seeing a lot more Mr. Fantastics, we're gonna be seeing a lot more Iron Fists, Captain Americas and Bucky's, absolutely. Strange, Wanda's, I think Hulk and Groot will kind of fade away into the ether, and probably even some more other heroes. Hawkeye will be definitely more prominent, Rocket Raccoon will be even more annoying, I think. Now, I don't think it's a bad idea. Mantis will be kinda, and Cloak and Dagger, of course. I think finally Luna and Sue Storm will be a little bit on the back burner, and yeah, I think overall it's gonna be a nice change of dynamics in the game for sure. So anyway, that's gonna be the end for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed recording it. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and yeah, till next time, I guess.